fields grow anew with the spring of life. In this sheath of truth will I wrap myself tight. The landscape it goes for miles. The myths of old, they breathe in me life.
Moving to Jazzy's question, very good one there, Jazzy. You're asking about how we grow and learn stuff through life, and I wonder if in all of your years, you've expanded your understandings. Yeah, every single day, I'm a new person. Study really, you get new insights, you get a wider understanding of what's going on. Because I go for the long haul. We talked about this in a previous section about the idea that, you've got to pace it, give yourself a lot of time. Just said that a temple is something that is of space. So you've got to look at it that you're in a temple, as you approach these subjects. And you leaf through things carefully, you leaf through them, you go back over them. So that's what I've done. I don't just read a book and throw it away, I maybe keep it and read it over several times and all of that kind of thing. And it's not the developments, that I would say I've made are not just in this subject matter alone, they're in all sorts of other areas as well. It's not just in terms of the knowledge that I'm kind of known for, In fact, even what I'm known for is it's just a tiny bit of what I'm into, that stuff that's on the airways that people are sharing. Yeah, it's just a fragment of the things that I'm studying. And I think that a lot of, as one gets older, you see, you have a bit of a problem because and people older than us certainly have this situation in which they have made so many changes. They've seen so much of the world. They know so much about the past and the ages that they've seen, and they carry that weight. It's a weighty process, and they almost go mad with the weight of the process of their own existence, their own trial and error period, and the weight of time and the experiences that they've seen, all sorts of things, wars, recessions, their relationships, and their own children growing up, and all sorts of other changes in the status quo and in their ambiance, the familiar, in architecture and music and what have you. They're nearly going mad from just trying to make sense of where they've come from. Then you have another form of madness in which you've been doing all this, and then you look at the new generation and they're having a clue. They're totally oblivious to any of that weight or what it meant, or even caring about it. It's not so much that there's a generation gap today, it's more like there's a generation abyss from the way things were. So, there's that now to contend with. And what can be done to maybe cross that. And then again, it's not to exonerate some of the older people. They made this rotten world. They're responsible for it. It was them, right? Building the colleges, schools and hospitals and courts. It was them declaring wars. It was them believing in the materialistic science that is responsible for the ecocide we see all around us. It was them that forced their own children into these Dickensian colleges and schools. So in many ways, you see, it's a bittersweet experience for an older person because they damn well know that they hold the responsibility. They're the one who voted for these tyrants and so on. So it's a definitely bittersweet. But when it comes to knowledge, there's always growth, and all you can do is highlight. All you can do is try to turn on in real time some of the things you've been discovering and learning. So I always say that to people, sometimes what I've put out there, I've learned it myself. It's like a sharing. You learn something, you try to synthesize it for others, and you put it out there. But it's a process. It's not something that just happened 5 minutes ago. It's been going on in my life since the 80s. This process, pretty much unbroken process.